Hello, everybody, and welcome to the very first episode of What Remains of Edith Finch. I'm Galactic Odyssey, your host for this journey, and I am very excited to experience the mystery, the intrigue, the drama, the highs and lows of what is sure to be a very emotional and impactful journey together. As some of you might have seen, I recently finished playing Journey, another excellent title from Annapurna Interactive. I've also previously played Stray, and have heard that Edith Finch is another very much worthwhile title to play through. Not, much in the way of combat or reflexes or anything of that nature, but certainly some mysteries to be solved, some puzzles to be uncovered, and perhaps a story for us to put together. So, with that in mind, let's go ahead and begin. We are on a ferry of some kind. Puget Sound ferry lines. And presumably we are, in fact, Edith Finch. We've got a cast on one hand. Yep.
A lot of
there we
this
go.
isn't going to make sense to you. And I'm sorry about that. I'm just going to start at the beginning, with the house.
I wonder who she's writing to. Well, I say she, I guess I should start saying us, right?
My brother Milton disappeared when I was 4. It was like the house just swallowed him up.
Milton Finch. Interesting. Date, missing October 23rd, 2003. Date of birth, May 19th, 1992. Last seen, Orcas Island, Washington. Age at disappearance, 11. Now, that's strange. Didn't she just say in the narrative that he disappeared when he was 4? That's odd. Race, mixed, Indian/white. Eyes blue, hair black. Already,
Someone had put up a chain link fence, but it looked like I wasn't the first person to hop it.
It almost seems like it's a little bit of like an unreliable narrator, perhaps. Not exactly sure what to think, so the onus is going to be on us to question everything, Right, because even as we...
I lived here until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms.
Even as we sort of narrate our own journey in our own life, like if you keep a journal, I'm sure that you, even if you think you're being as faithful as possible, you yourself are a little bit of an unreliable narrator, right? Like perhaps you get in an argument and you think that you're in the right, but a third-party observer would be like, no, that person was totally out of line, right? So it makes sense that there's certain presuppositions or other assumptions that we might have to navigate in this story.
Inside the mailbox were bills from 7 years ago, marked urgent, open immediately.
Can we look at them or no? I guess not. Orcas Island Gazette. So, of course, I assume we are on Orcas Island, which must be part of
I hadn't been back since my brother
Puget
Lewis's
Sound.
funeral.
Your brother Lewis. So there's a Milton and there is a Lewis, right? Whoa, that's kind of cool. Scattering the letters everywhere. No trespassing. Well, we're not trespassing. We live here, or we used to live here, I guess. It's protected by video surveillance, meaning maybe there's a control room somewhere that we should try to find. What's down there? I guess some newspapers that just got
Inner will.
blown
My
down
mother
there.
left me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked.
Okay.
Maybe she thought I'd know. Or she thought that the mystery would be enough to bring me back.
The Finches, so I assume that is the primary direction, but it looks like we could also go this way as well. I do want to be as thorough as possible in exploring, or maybe they all lead to the same place, but if we are going to solve this mystery, I would say we probably...
a long time, but I saw a few hoof prints.
If we're going to solve this mystery, we need to look for the uncharted path as much as possible. Hoof prints. Oh, because of the deer. Doe, a deer. A female deer. Actually, I think that's a male, but you get the idea. Alright. Nice seeing you.
The truth is, even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it. But now I
Sounds
have
like there's
questions about my
a
family
lot of
that only
trauma
the house know the answers to.
associated with this. So we've got Milton, we've got Lewis, right? There is I guess an abandoned truck here. Is it worth looking at? I guess there's nothing much in there.
The house was exactly like I remembered it, the way I'd been dreaming about it.
It's very odd, like the way it just continues to get stacked up. Like the main area is sort of a very traditional looking house, but like the way the tower continues up, like it's very fanciful, you know? Let's just take a quick look around here at the peripheral stuff. Anything in the trash can? I'm not sure if there's going to be like stuff for us to pick up or like what the primary method of us interacting with the world is going to be, but okay. I guess we'll just start out by going
As a child,
up the
house
traditional
made me
front door.
uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words.
Well, I could put it into words. It's kind of creepy. There's another missing poster in case we had, well, missed it on the way up here.
Now, as a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house.
Because we said something to the effect of the house swallowed up our brother. And I don't know if that means, like, literally, as in there's, like, creepy monster portal situation. Or swallowed up in the sense that they are, sort of, they were a recluse, you know, like, kind of shut-ins. There's a doggy door.
Crawling through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a tight squeeze. What here? Just various random cleaning supplies, some fertilizer, a freezer. Can't really make out the words, but I guess it's not super important.
The power had been turned off the night we left.
The night we left. Interesting. Okay.
For the first time in years.
January 2010. Oh, here are all the family members. Edith, that's yours truly, I assume. Milton, who's gone missing. Lewis, who is dead, I think. Dawn and Edie. I guess maybe those were all the names of the kids, I assume. I don't know.
I felt like I was home.
Interesting. I wonder if we had tried the front door, whether our key would have worked. Flour, salt, water, yeast, the holiday feast, Northwest chef. Somebody enjoys the experimentation.
But instead of a family, there were just memories of one.
Edith, Edie, Dawn, and Lewis. Okay, interesting. So Edie was was the grandmother, I assume. Dawn is the mother. We're Edith, and then Lewis was our brother, I guess. Yeah. Oh, perfect. In loving memory, Lewis Finch, 1988 to 2010. So he was, oh gosh, public math here, 22 years old. Beloved brother to Edith, son of Dawn, great grandson to Edie. Memorial service, Finch Family Cemetery, 2141 Fireweed Road. Okay, various replicated stacks of, you know, cooking books here.
Like how only one restaurant would deliver to our house, so we had Chinese a lot.
Oh, why? Because the other restaurants were like creeped out, or because this is so remote, or what do we have here? Cannery. Somebody liked
Or how after Lewis
tuna.
started working at the cannery, we all got sick of eating salmon.
Oh, salmon.
Except our cat, Molly.
Okay, Molly the cat. I'm going to try to remember all these names as much as possible. Here's a nice little apple pie recipe, just in case you want to, you know, save that for your own purposes. I'm sure it's pretty good. Oh man, that's a lot of salmon.
Nothing
I
in the
mean,
house
you could
looked
do like salmon
abnormal.
burgers, you
There
could do
was just
salad,
too much of it, like a
salmon
smile with too many teeth.
soup, maybe. Yeah, it is. There are a lot of like tchotchkes and pictures, and it's kind of what I think of as like a traditional, like grandmotherly type, decoration style, where just everything gets kept and every inch of available space is filled up with something. All right, we've got lamps here. November 2010. So there was a January 2010 and there was November 2010. Milton has no letters. I've got a couple letters, but I guess I can't read them per se.
My mom wasn't much of an optimist, but she never stopped believing that my brother Milton was alive.
Well, you know what they say, don't stop believing. Hold on to that feeling. Oh, this door. I wonder if this was like Milton's room because it is locked. It is got like sealant on it. Can I look in the keyhole?
Edie told me once that every Finch who ever lived is buried somewhere in the library.
What? Why would that be a thing? And how do I get into the library? Oh, whoops. I hit escape, but I guess this is helpful to see. So this is literally our family tree. So Edith, Milton, and Lewis. Dawn, our mother. Where is... Oh, Edie is all the way down here at the bottom. Okay. Gus, Gregory. There's quite a few names we have not run across. Molly. Isn't that also the name of our cat? But I don't know. Is this like a reincarnation type thing? Like Molly, the 10-year-old who died in 1947, has come back as a cat or something? Is that crazy to say? I guess there's worse things to be reincarnated as. Barbara. Oh, it's a music box. Okay, we gotta spin that.
Great Grandpa Sven built a music box for Barbara,
Is that a
along with the rest of the house.
what's it called? Bigfoot? Bigfoot reference? Great Grandpa Sven was a little bit of a kook, it would seem. Alright, I guess I could try this
Mom always told me to
key.
stay out of the basement, so I wasn't too surprised when the key didn't fit.
Okay. So I see. So if we tried the front door, that probably would not necessarily have worked. We just got to find whatever random lock in here this goes to. Nice house, though.
Even the fireplace had a story.
Great view.
Edie told me the bricks came from the original house, after it sank.
After it sank? Excuse me? Well, that's cool. Is there anything in here I need to look at? Okay, I was going to try to look up the chimney flue, but I guess not. So, some baby pictures, traveling to Paris. I guess that's the original house there, huh? What is that up there? Kind of looks like Chuck Norris a little bit. Is Chuck Norris our grandfather? That story would take a whole nother turn. Interesting. This kind of reminds me of the game Myst from the 90s. Where, it's just very lonely and kind of almost like a depressing vibe, but also like strangely calming at the same time.
My mom was the only one of us who could imagine Great Grandma Edie living in a nursing home. It was like a bomb had gone off, killing everyone but sparing the furniture.
So what did happen? Why did, nobody took the time to even, clean up? Was it like somebody... Oh, look, like her oxygen is still here in her wheelchair. So maybe she, had a emergency and had to get taken to the hospital, super quick. Okay, well, I guess that's everything here on the ground floor. We can head upstairs now, and there's her, electronic chair assist.
After Milton disappeared, Mom sealed up all the bedrooms. Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes.
Interesting. So Mom and, Dawn and Edie were at odds, seemingly. Sven and Edie. Interesting. I mean, what, you're going to keep Grandma Edie from having her room?
The last time I was in Edith Sr.'s room, I was 10 and she was painting my portrait.
Oh, Edie is short for Edith. Duh. Okay. So, Edie, okay, she's Edith Sr., and I'm Edith Jr., presumably. 1917 to 2010. I mean, that's pretty good innings. And 2010 is what all the calendars are dated as, so it stands to reason that her passing is what made us all, you know, abandon the house. What does it say? Sam and... Was that like Calvin? Oh, yeah.
My Grandpa Sam spent 7 years sharing a room with his dead brother, Calvin.
What? Why are there so many dead people here? Like, why are all the kids dying so young? Gregory, from the 70s, only 1 year old.
As a kid, I just assumed every house had peepholes and sealed rooms you weren't allowed inside of.
That's a weird... Okay, so Calvin is down there, 11 years old. Sam, 33 years old. Whose bedroom is this? Gregory. Gregory is, yeah, 1 year old. Gus, 13 years old. Yeah, very strange. Like, Dawn lived a normal life. She was, you know, or I should say a typical lifespan, right? Dawn lived typical. Sam, 33, that's still pretty young. Walter lived 53 years. Odin lived 57. Edie is like the matriarch. Like, she lived a good long life. Barbara died at 16. Molly died at 10. So there's a lot of prematurely dying kids for whatever reason. It's pretty rough. Does anybody know what's causing it? Right, there's a room there. I just want to look at here. Molly, she's the 10-year-old.
Molly always seemed like a girl I could imagine being friends with, if she hadn't died in 1947.
Well, at least she got to see the conclusion of World War II. Hopefully that gave her some solace. Whose room is this? Is this my room?
I spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room.
Oh, Walter.
I think my mom sometimes regretted not sealing it up.
So why didn't she? Why didn't she seal it up? So there's like a rug with like the little branch, almost like from the family tree there on the ground.
Lewis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him.
Guess we'll try it, huh? Oh, that's what it went to. Apparently.
Turns
So,
out my mom was really
cool.
good at keeping secrets.
20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, a Jules Verne story. Oh, look at that.
Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of.
Huh. Okay, we will see what Mom was afraid of in a hot second. I just want to see... There's like a little... what's that called? Like a... Not a bandsaw. Something up there. I just want to look around the corner real quick. This is whom?
Edie's father, Odin, built the original house.
Odin, right. Is this going to be like a weird, like, Asgard tie-in somehow? Like, the family tree is Yggdrasil somehow, and Odin... Well, he's got 2 eyes, you know, which is one more than the typical Odin has, but just thinking
Barbara
out loud
was a
here.
child star for 2 years, until America grew out of it.
Yeah, she's got, like, the Hollywood sign version of her name over there. And, like, what is that, like a hot tub or something? Then a Bigfoot in the background. There's another Bigfoot imagery. It's so interesting. Why is Bigfoot such a big theme already? Orange Tabby Zinfandel blend. Delicious. Pinot Noir. Wait. 2012? Why is there a 2012 vintage? Oh, because Dawn lived here, right? I assume? Well, no, that wouldn't make sense, because everybody left in 2010. So, why would there be a 2012 vintage in here? What am I missing? The Big Book of Homeschooling, so we didn't get out much. The Library of Babel, House of Leaves, Book of Sand, the Aleph. Lots of interesting books.
Mom must have locked the 3rd floor stairs on the night we left.
Huh, what's on the 3rd floor? Okay, well, I think that is everything. Right? Those are those 2 rooms over there. Sven, Edie, yeah, okay, cool. So let's crawl through the weird hatch. It's almost like an escape room type thing, you know? All these secrets and clues and...
Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan. From the paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me.
Huh. Milton painted a picture of the cat. Could be like, again, a reincarnation thing, so it's like reference to Molly, who became a cat. There's the tree imagery as well. There's some, yeah, some stuffed animals. Okay.
But I had no idea what was behind that door.
Oh, we're gonna jump into one of the rooms, I assume, that we saw from behind the...
Just like I had no
People.
idea where all this was gonna lead.
Alright, we got our first save here. This is Molly's room. Makes sense with the cat
I grew up looking
imagery.
at Molly's room through the peephole.
Molly's gerbil had a tiny bedroom with its own even tinier gerbil cage.
Oh, that's cute. Oh, I keep hitting escape. I need to remember I need to back up. Not hit escape. Mount Rainier National Park. There's the peephole. It's got Molly's name on there. Monsters of the Deep, Call of the Wild, Bedbug, The Magic Mountain. Some very
Being
interesting
inside
titles
for the
there.
First time, I felt like I'd stepped behind a painting.
Yeah, how weird would that be to just see this your whole life but not be able to interact with any of it, and then finally to be there? Like that would be a wild feeling. There's an octopus toy. Just calling out everything I see in case it's like significant. A weird, creepy like owl mask, in addition to like a duck bill, a rabbit nose, and like what is that, like a cat mouth?
I got the sense Edie had spent a lot of time here. Before my mom sealed the doors.
Right, it was, you know, our grandma's way of coping, I guess. Alright, Molly's journal. Do I need to read this?
December 13th,
Nope.
1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat.
Huh. How about a pumpkin? That's healthy, right?
My Halloween candy was all gone.
Oh, Halloween candy. Good thought. Always have a stash. Door's gonna be locked, right?
Mom, can I come out now?
He's being way calmer.
It's late. Go to sleep.
Being way calmer than I would be being locked in my room.
The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it.
Oh, that's kind of sad. Not kind of sad. Very sad. Is this somebody else's bedroom?
I kept eating and eating.
Oh, don't do that. That's not healthy. There's fluoride in there, which is not, in small amounts is healthy, but not, you know,
Then
not
I
amazing.
heard chirping outside my window.
Hang on. Let's look at this first.
I ate a lot of things that night.
Ooh, those are poisonous. Those holly berries. Those poinsettia. Or, no, not poinsettia. Holly. Those holly berries are... Yeah, I would not recommend eating that. What about fish food? I guess I could eat my fish.
I thought about eating Christopher, but I held back.
That's good. Christopher seems like a good sort. He's got his fins on straight.
It was a barn swallow going back to her nest. I reached out for her.
Uh-oh. I wouldn't recommend...
And suddenly,
Oh, I knew
I
it!
was a cat.
I knew she would turn into a cat. I called it, didn't I? I freaking called it.
I tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared.
Wow, this is, really, really cool. Come on, little birdie, I just want to talk.
Mom
Okay.
and Dad didn't even look at me.
They're in there like mannequins, like statues. Alright, now where am I headed? Just down to the ground, or... What? Oh, up here. Oh, that's the bird's nest there. Alright, the bird's gonna show me where to go,
I
huh?
jumped and I almost got her.
Can I just jump down here? Take a look around?
I could tell she was getting really tired.
Huh. There's all of our toys that we, some rocket ships, Christmas, or like pine trees, some pigs.
Now I was up in the
Oh, there
big
we go.
tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird.
I'm so hungry.
I gobbled her up,
Whoa.
and suddenly I was an owl. First, all I heard was the wind. Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass.
Do I need to try to hunt?
Rabbits.
Whoa. Where are they? I need, like, my owl vision. Oh, here they are. Come on, get them. Get them. Got it. Delicious.
I imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons. I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit.
Wow.
Then I flew off to find something bigger.
Such as what?
A mama rabbit.
Oh, okay. Got him.
She was almost too big to carry. I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating. And suddenly, I was a shark.
Oh. Well, I'm a fish out of water. That's not good. Ow. Let's keep... Okay, we can kind of flop around a little bit. Let's try to get down to the water, I assume.
I rolled off the
Whoa.
cliff and into the ocean. Now, I was hungrier than ever.
Ooh, yeah. That's disorienting. Da-da. Da-da.
I
Get
wanted
'em.
fat, juicy seals.
Come on. Get him. Oh, why can't I catch it? And I've lost it. Through here, maybe? I feel like I was pretty close. I don't know why I wasn't able to nosh on it. Where is it? There it is. Come on. Alright, let's just stay on its tail for a while. I assume we're, like, slightly quicker than it is. We just need to, like, chase it down somewhat. Oh, weather. Come on. Get him. There we go. Did we get him? Got him, finally.
I tore off her flipper, and it tasted really good.
Wow, this little kid is, like, exceedingly violent. It's kind of disturbing. I mean, I guess it's all the circle of life, you know, but still.
Grabbed on tight. But I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water. When I opened my eyes, everything had changed.
What am I now? Oh, a snake? Or an octopus? Probably an octopus, right? Just like the stuffed animal that we had?
Now I was a monster, and I smelled people everywhere.
Whoa. It's Christmas time. Gotta go underneath here, I guess.
I was big, but I moved real quiet.
Sorry, big fella. Fella's gotta eat. Alright, that's one sailor.
I wanted to stop, but also I didn't.
There's a couple of them here. Alright, now I'm starting to think we're non-octopus. Gotta come out here. And then up the stairs.
After the last passenger, I was still hungry. And across the water, I smelled something new. Something I had to have, so I swam towards it.
Like back towards our house, or...
I slithered onto the sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe.
Huh. Like sewage? What are we talking here? Oh yeah, it's a toilet. Of course it's a toilet. Okay. Alright. No, 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 no. Let's go out the door.
I got closer and closer.
Oh, it's my room. Under the bed? Is there something under here?
All my stomach started growling. And suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to feed, and we both know I will be delicious.
Yikes. So that was a dream or possession? That's wild. Like there's her cat ears and...
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but
Yeah.
I'm sure Edie would have.
Huh. Okay. Got it. So we are a family of shapeshifters to some extent, huh? Okay. What do I need to do out here? Well, not fall, first of all.
This
I guess
will be
we could
obvious later.
Climb
but
into another
My mom never
room.
told me any of these stories.
Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past.
Here we
Though,
go.
When we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly.
Yeah, there we go. I noticed that right away.
I spent a lot of time in Great Grandma Edie's room.
Mmm.
We got along, and it was a good place to hide from my mom.
Her room was like a museum.
A little shrine to Odin. Joining the Great Majority, The Mysteries of Death and Thereafter, by Odin Finch. The published author, apparently.
For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune and misfortune.
More of the latter, it would almost seem.
Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse, his wife Ingeborg and their newborn son, Johann.
Okay, now this is the first specific reference to, like, a curse, per se. Interesting.
On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind.
Oh, he took his house with him? That's so interesting.
But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea.
Yeah, I would have maybe not brought the house, but that's just me.
Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island.
Odin's daughter, Edie, with her husband Sven and Molly. Okay, got it. So Molly could have had the curse, you know, with her, I guess.
Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery. His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house.
Okay, I guess that's it then, huh? Interesting. Family curse, huh?
Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways.
Yeah, what did Odin do? Alright, Sven and Edie, yep.
Edie knit me a new pair of gloves every year, just in time to replace the old ones.
Pretty handy.
Lewis died a week before we left, but Edie had already started to memorialize him.
Before he died? It's kind of weird. How would she know? Oh, and there's a bunch of handprints. Walter, Calvin, Sam, Barbara, Molly, Dawn, Gus, Gregory, Lewis, Milton, and Edith. Mole man beneath the Finch
Edie
house.
gave a big interview about a mole man living under the Finch house. My mom was furious.
Seems pretty kooky.
I hadn't thought of myself as Edith Jr. for a long, long time.
Conspiracy, Weird America, the Finches, My Friend Bigfoot. Again, more Bigfoot stuff.
One summer, they evacuated the island, but Edie refused to go. For a few weeks, she was a celebrity.
Built in 1937 by Sven Finch.
When Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed.
Oh, we saw
She
that
could
outside.
have, but she didn't.
Yeah, we saw that in the lake out there.
Even in her 90s. Sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother.
Okay, next room.
The only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife, Kay, left on the house was the pink bathroom.
It's a little tacky, but, you know, to each their own. Bunch of medications.
It was a pretty big trace.
Yeah. Anything in here of interest? Baby Bubble Bonanza. There's a secret in this bathroom by Sven and Edie Finch. Good thing that this key fits all these books, huh? Okay.
There's a secret in this bathroom. It's in the last place you would look.
Under the sink?
It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book.
Oh. Yeah, there we go. Cool. Calvin Finch.
Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down.
So what is all this stuff? Oh, just like a film developing studio. I see. There's another reference to Milton there. Couple, what does that say? Turns land into a native haven. Huh. Now we're in the space bedroom. captured the secret lives of war photographers. United States Marine Corps Certificate of Acceptance, Fort Sam and Fort Calvin. Did he graduate? Orcas Island Regional High School, Cobra Battalion, Bravo Company, Certificate of Achievement presented to Sam Finch. So he was in JROTC in high school. So these guys seem like they were pretty close, though with, you know, slightly different goals, I guess. Huh. It's a fun little space station up there.
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin,
Oh, they were twins. That makes sense.
and that he never talked about him. I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
Wow, this is pretty fun. And there's his little memorialized wood carving, painting.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it. My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom. And he did. At Barbara's funeral, we swore we'd never be afraid again. And he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
Uh-oh. Are we about to fly off the edge here? We are for sure.
Sam, Calvin, dinner's ready.
Coming!
But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it. I told him going around was impossible. Maybe if I hadn't said that,
Uh-oh.
Calvin, I'm not gonna tell you again.
maybe if the wind hadn't picked up,
We're about
then
to
maybe
take
he'd
off.
still be here. But I doubt it. I think he'd already made up his mind.
To fly?
That's what I want to remember about my brother.
Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa.
The day he made up his mind to fly. And he did.
And turned into a bird, like Molly turned into a cat, or did he actually die? I guess he must have, right?
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
Huh. So we all have some sort of compulsion to do highly inadvisable, dangerous things in our family.
After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room.
Mom
Yeah?
said Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
Oh, in the Marine Corps, yeah. Uh-huh. It's kind of clever. All right, in we go.
The passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies.
Huh. Oh, so now we've got a little shortcut here if we need it. All right, whose room is this? Oh, Milton? Milton's room? Oh, no, the Barbara, the child star, right?
Growing up,
My friend
I
Bigfoot.
always thought of Barbara as a child star.
But what?
I never thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards.
Oh, the pressure. And then, like, a little bit of a letdown. Barb Street. That's cute.
Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death,
I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch.
Yeah, I'm looking. Definitely looks like
As
our
a
house.
child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now
Eek.
at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been.
Right, washed up at 16.
But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed.
It was like Swamp Thing, witch.
Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better.
I
I
need some
think
work.
you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Someone actually
Now
got
that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be
Ooh.
rushed to the emergency room.
Yep.
So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
Uh-oh.
You're right!
Hoodlums.
Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding
Oh.
and winding until finally the key pops out.
Oh.
Thanks, babe. I'll be back in a sec.
Well, that's good to know.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue.
Okay.
She reached for the music box.
Wind,
As
wind,
she wound
wind.
the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
Shouldn't Rick have the key? Because he took it with him to go into the basement? Or did he not? Oh, we're in control. Oh, that's the Halloween theme there. That's
She
kind of fun.
found Rick's crutch and imagined the worst.
Pool. Can we play pool? This is in the 70s too, so... Watch out, I'm armed and
The
dangerous.
gang's leader is the infamous Hookman killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
Wow. That's not great. Also, why do we have all this stuff down here? It's super, like, creepy and unnecessary. In my opinion.
The old fridge rattled and grew still.
Oh dear!
Smack.
Oh!
Get wrecked, nerd.
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick.
Wow, what a
I'm
jerk.
Furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and
And we're breaking up.
She threw him out, but she kept a little something to remember him by.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
Nope,
And she
sorry.
was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the late picture show.
Halloween,
Hours
I assume.
later,
Barbara! Walter?
Oh, Walter?
What's going on up
Yeah.
there? Ah! Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
Well, I have a feeling he's actually dead, so... You know, temper your expectations, I guess is what I'm saying. Look, roller skates on the stairs are not safe, Walter.
Walter, are you there?
You alright, bud?
Walter had vanished,
Huh.
but his bedside radio was still still on.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
Hook hand.
Barbara turned, saw the hook man, and was speechless. He was quite smashing.
Uh-oh. Nice. But what if Walter's outside?
He couldn't get enough of Barbara.
Okay, Barbara, there's gotta be another way out of here.
Yeah, here we go. I mean, we know this is how we get out.
She played her part beautifully.
Alright, we're in Molly's room now with the...
Molly's door hadn't been opened in years. The hinges grow.
Ooh. We can get the drop on him, right? Smack. Nice. Over the edge.
Wasn't moving, but she sensed the story might not be over yet.
Alright, so we're gonna go back down and finish him off. I'm okay with that. Another crutch to the head. Should do the trick.
The hookman had vanished. She listened for his breathing, but all she heard was...
Well, I guess I'd better open the door and not worry about the killer in my house, huh? Who could it be?
She heard whispering. It was coming from inside the house.
Uh-huh. As it usually is. How many people can I take out with the crutch before I go down? At least one, right? Oh.
The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true.
Well, isn't that nice? All my friends.
She saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen.
They were like real monsters?
Was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life.
A really good scream.
I
Whoa.
wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl. She had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the
That's a
police
good one.
blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter? Hiding under his bed the whole time.
Traumatic.
He took it all pretty hard.
Yeah,
But
I imagine
that's
so.
another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box is all they ever found of her.
Oh.
Her ear.
Oh, yikes.
Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
Irrit. Huh. So is it still there, or what?
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
Yeah, her legacy, a little bit. Alright, let's close it. There we are. Well, that's probably it. Happy birthday, Barbara. Interesting. Okay. Well, I guess we're going to go back out and take a look at the music box, huh? Because the only other place...
I guess now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box.
Yeah, exactly.
Whenever people ask me about my family, the first thing they always want to know about is Barbara.
Well, interesting how the, lines between fiction and reality are kind of blurred.
A lot of things got left behind in the whirlwind of that last night.
Yeah, like everything is like half packed up. It's so interesting. All right. Barbara's music box even has her name on it. Keep winding. Aha. Okay. Well, now we roughly know what to expect down here. Like creepy statues, a ping pong table, a, yeah, the pool table, fridge. I think we saw this from the outside. This is like next to the garage, maybe? There's that bandsaw that they had that accident, and oh, they're cutting up the tree
Mom
to
said the basement was off limits.
paint our
Unless I
portraits.
wanted another tetanus shot.
There's that dragon slide that was the untimely demise of our
I saw Edie sneak down to
grandfather,
the
is it?
basement once, carrying packages.
What were you up to, Edie?
I thought maybe she was hiding presents.
Probably booze. Seems like a grandma thing to do.
It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that.
Ooh, hello. Man, I could use a flashlight or a phone
I
or
remember asking Mom once about where Walter had gone.
underground.
She said after Barbara died,
is he the
got
mole
as
man?
far away as he could.
Walter is the mole man, calling it now. Oh, we got some preppers down here. Alvin O's cereal. Tasty something coffee, I assume. Pea soup.
If there's a pattern in all these stories,
It's that it ends badly for everybody.
I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
Got some plates over here, microwave. This is like a fallout shelter bunker. He's got his train set. So yeah, he had pretty good
Goodbye,
innings.
everyone.
50-ish
I
years.
can't believe I've been down here for 30 years.
Oh yeah, he was the mole man. I was being, you know,
On that first
facetious,
day,
but
after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week.
November 1968.
But after a few days, I settled into a routine. That's what
Causing
kept
the
me sane.
shaking. Is there a train?
Having
And
a
that's why we're
schedule,
into trains.
Living for today.
Ew, not
I
even gonna
always expected
heat it
to
up.
be dead tomorrow.
Same thing.
But if you
January
wait long enough,
1976.
you get used to anything. Even a monster on the other side of a door starts to feel normal. Almost
Other side of
friendly.
the door. Huh.
And then one day, everything just
2005. That's a significant time jump, and we're starting to get like liver spots and stuff
whatever
like
that thing was, it was gone.
Huh.
Maybe it got tired of waiting. Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid.
So we've been living down here even during like Barbara's. Oh no, wait, we're after Barbara.
It's been a
during
week now.
Edith's
The longest in 30 years.
childhood.
I'm done waiting.
Well,
I
got
have to leave.
plenty of
Well, I
books to
still
read.
can.
All right, let's get out of here. Oh, okay. This leads down to the basement of the basement. Got some extra supplies and
I know
such
it's
down
out
here.
there somewhere.
More books. Lots of cereal. Guess we're a
Whatever
big fan of
killed
cereal.
Barbara.
Or
Molly.
whoever. Oh, they're
and
related.
Calvin.
Huh.
Maybe this is all a mistake. But I need to stop living the same day. Even if it kills me.
Yeah, just get some closure, you know? Alright, that's where we came out of.
Whatever's out there, I want you to know I'm ready for it.
Well,
I'm going to appreciate all of it.
probably a
especially
train.
the food.
I would suggest not being on the train tracks,
I
if
don't
at all
mind
possible.
if I only have a year left. Or a month.
Or a
or
few
a single
seconds.
week.
Because a train
I'd
is
be
coming.
happy
Once again,
with
I
one
can't stress that
thing.
enough.
I can already imagine the sun on my face.
Well, he died doing what he loved, getting railed. Just kidding.
Walter died when I was 6. I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here.
Yeah, that's pretty full on. All kinds of good spices, though. Let's see, we got cumin, pepper, garlic salt, chili pepper, chili powder, pepper, dill, nutmeg, coriander. You
I'm
know,
sure
all,
my mom was
all the
trying
essentials.
to protect me.
Huh. Just a little lighted picture in lieu of an actual window. Alright. Now, I suggest strongly that we don't stand on train tracks this kind.
Maybe she
you know,
was afraid
this
I'd
time,
act
but
like Walter. But if she never told me about an uncle under the house, I can only imagine what else she was hiding. I don't want to make the same mistakes she made.
anything in here? Just a bunch of refuse. Okay.
Trying to bury something that's still alive.
Well, it wasn't exactly her decision, right? Like, Walter, I assume, was down
Now
there
that there's
willingly.
only one of us left. Or maybe 2.
Who's the second?
I thought it was time I heard the stories for myself.
Oh, Milton maybe is out there somewhere.
And found out what happened to everyone else.
Yeah,
But
that's
now
fair.
I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem.
The not knowing is the hardest
Maybe we
part.
believed so much in a family curse. We made it real.
Oh, the train is no longer in use, I guess? Huh. Well, there's civilization out there, so it's not like hell or purgatory or something like I was starting to think.
I don't know if I should even be writing this.
I assume. So you're writing stuff into existence? Is that about
Maybe
the sum
it'd
of
be
it?
better if all this just died with me.
Yeah, maybe.
But I thought you should know about your family.
Oh, who's you? Do we have a kid, maybe? I know we're like only, what, 17 or something, but...
And the history you're a part of.
Or she's writing to Milton? There's something weird out there at sea. Can we, is it possible to go out into the water at all? Not really. Huh. Alright.
Though to be honest, I feel as lost as you probably do right now.
I feel like there's something coming from the water.
I think the people in these stories believed them. For what that's worth.
So what happens if I don't believe it? Then I don't actualize them and they don't come to life? At least for me. You know, for my purposes.
And when you look at the house, that history of imagination and stubbornness and madness, any of it seems possible.
Yeah, it's a pretty peculiar house, that's for sure. I want to get up to those upper rooms, though, because I assume that's maybe where I might have lived at some point. Oh, that is not how we need to get out of here.
I think we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it. What kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting the house?
That is a little strange, I'm not gonna lie. But you are
It's embarrassing for me to admit this,
respectful of your ancestry, I guess.
but the pet cemetery made me more uncomfortable than the human one.
Oh, who do we have here?
3 of the gerbils were mine, and 2 had been my fault.
Derpy, Derpy Jr., Burpy, Chirpy, Furpy, Lurpy, and Zerpy. At least we're consistent. Zoe, Coco, Tucker, Charlie, Daisy, and Lucy. I wonder if you line these dates up to when the pets died versus when the people died. Oh, and there's more over here. Christopher, Shadow, Shotzi, Oliver, and Bob. And Bailey. Yeah. Again, this
Sven
whole
built the
reincarnation
house,
thing
but it was
seems
Edie who designed the cemetery.
plausible. Molly Finch, she's got little cat stuff on her. Calvin Finch, he's got the rocket ship. Sven, the guy who cut himself on the saw and built the house. Edie, the storyteller. Walter, the rock man. Barbara, the star, literally.
I'm sure Odin's monument had been Edie's idea. My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away.
So I wonder, like, with the grandma dying and her, like, arcane hold over the family dissipated, then weird stuff started stopped
Could see
happening.
it poking out of the water at low tide. Edie said she dreamed about the old house every night.
I like how they have a little, like, caution buoy out there. It's kind of fun. Okay. So now what?
Edie's side was always easier for me to understand. But the older I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from.
We've got Gregory, which we don't...
Her dad had been pretty strict, but it wasn't enough to save her brothers. She was just trying to do better.
Gregory died at 1. Sam went into the Marines. Gus flew away on the wind. He's got the little pinwheel there. On that, the tragic
She lost 2
swing
of her
accident.
brothers, just like I did. I get why she tried so hard to protect us.
Okay, yeah, there's Lewis. He's got I guess, a crown here, right? Sanjay Kumar, we don't know much about, but he was, what, 36? And then here's Milton.
We never found Milton's body, so my mom insisted we were putting up a monument, not a tombstone.
Yeah, that's fair. Just a birth date, not a death date. Makes sense.
There's so many things I wish I could ask my mom now. Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along. For me to come back someday and find everything out for myself.
But why? Like, is she trying to protect me from something? Is she trying to get me to carry out the family's legacy? Is she trying to get me to free, people from their spiritual unrest?
But looking back on it now, if she told me there was going to be so much climbing,
yeah, I was not
never would have
prepared.
come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
Oh. Yeah, so we do have a kiddo. Should have worn better shoes for this,
I never met Grandpa Sam, but I think he and my mom had a lot in common.
Yeah, I think I like Grandpa Sam, as far as I can tell. Unless he was a bad guy, in which case I never liked him.
They were both pretty intense.
Yeah, I would say so. Oh, he's a hunter. Alright, we're gonna learn
Sam
a little bit
spent his
about
life
him.
shooting photos, but Mom said he got nervous being in front of the camera. I guess we're all afraid of something.
Pretty, he's got the little child lock on there. He's got his rifle, all of his medals, his camera. Is that like a Medal of Honor type thing? I don't know. Very neat. Alright, let's read about him, I guess. I wonder what conflict, if any, he was in. In like PTSD or something?
I promise. You'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime.
Oh, there we go. Oh, I gotta focus.
What? Am I gonna have to shoot anything?
It's perfect.
Oh, that's so cool.
It's gonna rain the whole weekend, isn't it?
There's the trail map.
Please just take the damn picture.
Hey, language.
Oh, you're
We'll
over
never
here,
forget
sorry.
this weekend, Dad.
That's the spirit. Okay, got it.
National Park
I'm gonna take
Service.
some pictures,
The
okay?
Finch Park.
Just be careful. That camera's older than you are.
Oh, this is really cool. Alright, what do we want to take pictures of?
Should not have drunk all that coffee.
Hmm.
Hey!
That's a keeper.
Pretty good. Oh, it's like really
I'm just
heartwarming,
saying,
actually.
I'm not always gonna be here, Don. You'll need to remember this stuff if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
You know,
Dad!
good eyes,
Ooh.
Don.
Get some bird photos. Ooh, deer.
Before you take the shot, let me get a picture of it.
Okay. Where are you at? Oh,
Dad, I...
there we go.
Let me get behind you.
This is Dawn, right? This is our mother?
Do I have to do this?
Don, you don't have to do anything.
Oh,
Great shot, Don!
yikes. That's a little intense. Oh, no. We're really going to take a picture of her, like,
I'm proud of you, Don.
being
Always
upset.
remember that, okay?
Oh, don't make the kid do that if they don't want to do it, you know?
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's
it's
totally normal, Don.
Oh, boy.
Just focus on the camera. Try not to think about...
Dad!
Oh! Holy moly. That's an intense way to go.
Of all these stories, that's the one I wish most that my mom had told me.
Huh. Well, we're starting to fill in a decent number of the blanks here. Wow.
Instead of hiding from death, Sam seemed to go out of his way to meet it.
There's more cat imagery. Airline ticket to K Finch. K's stuff here. Okay. Oh, so that was K, not Dawn, right? Who took the shot? Huh. Okay. So now what? Door is sealed, right? There's stuff in here. Oh, uh-huh. Here we go. MREs, meals ready to eat. Of course the military guy's gonna have some of those.
After Sam died, my mom and Edie got really close. They'd both lost a lot.
Little child gate here. Come on. Flight. Oh, Finch control. What does that mean? I'm sure it's like symbolic of something, right? These are all the siblings, I guess. Gregory died pretty young. The marriage of Kay Carlisle, Sam Finch, divorce contract. Okay, got it.
Dear Kay, do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh when he thought he was alone? Like something funny was happening, but only he could see it.
One of the signatures was dated Halloween, October 31st.
I think he saw things the rest of us don't.
Okay, we got the Blue Danube playing. Is this gonna be like a drowning accident or what?
Back over, Gregory. It's time to...
Oh no.
Hold on, sweetie.
Don't leave a child unattended in the bath. I'm telling you.
Sam, I told you I don't want to talk right now.
I wonder what he saw. What his world was like. He reminded me so much of Calvin. Lost in his imagination.
Huh. Getting all the toys involved in here. Alright, now what? Oh, it's not the Blue Danube, it's the Nutcracker Suite. Oh, there's stuff up there. I see. I gotta jump on the whale. Get up there. On here? Oh, almost. There we are.
How silly it sounds.
Got the bubbles.
Well, I worry about a game too bad. I can feel him slipping away.
Sorry about that, Gregory.
I know
problem,
you did everything
Mother.
you could. Maybe if I hadn't called that night.
Damn it. Hold on, I don't want Gregory to hear this.
I wish he could have told us.
Oh, water's gonna get way too high, huh? That's not good. This is pretty dark. I see where this is going.
There's so much I don't understand. About Gregory. About everything.
Yikes. Just that one little
But I know what
mistake from the
happened
mom.
wasn't your fault.
It kind of was. Should have just picked up the kid, you know?
I'm sure he's happy. And he'd want you to be happy too. Good luck, Kay. Love, Sam.
Yikes. Rough. Yeah, we're starting to film. So who else do we have? Milton Lewis, Don, Sanjay, Gus, Sven, and Edie. So made decent progress. Oh man, how tough is that? Like my heart just sank when he was in the bath. It's like I know exactly where this is going. There's all the, you know, posters, army posters. There's our mom. I guess she, you know, turned out okay.
I can't imagine my mom ever writing poetry, and yet...
A poem for Gus, who always said the wedding was a bad idea. Our father never hit us kids, at least not very hard, before the day my brother said with teenage disregard that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard.
That's cool.
My father made him come, of course, but Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart.
He was upset because what? I gotta flip the words. Try again.
I tried to talk him out of it, but though he'd never met her, We don't need a stepmom, were the words that I
now pronounce you
Oh.
husband and wife.
Oh, there's an actual wedding going on down there. Got it. Don't need a stepmom. Okay. Where's this gonna go from here? This side now, I assume? Oh, this is actually on the beach where we were. Are we gonna, like, knock down the statue?
When the time for photos came, Dad ordered him to come here. But Gus declined and as a sign held up his middle finger.
There you go. He knows what the boy knows what he wants.
The wind picked up and panicked geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent.
Okay, everybody's going inside, taking shelter.
The rain came down in buckets then, but no one seemed afraid that nature might
Whoa.
destroy the tent our dad had crudely made.
Got all the chairs and such in our wake.
The thunder sounded much too close and full of angry power. But all my father said to this was, "Make the music louder."
I wish that... What? There's something else over here. I wish that... Oh! Actually, flipping the tent over. Is that statue gonna fall over on
I
us?
wish that I could truly say I thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone. Just you, the wind, the sea, and foam. But I didn't. Until we found you.
Under that totem pole? Huh.
She never talked about him, but Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus.
Okay, another brother accounted for. Emergency evacuation plan. House rules, no playing outside without permission, no answering the door for strangers. No messes after dark, all chores before dark, and respect others. I mean, I can get on board with some of those rules. Raise flag, 7:30. Breakfast at 8. Quiet time, 11. Duties, dawn. Sweep trash, Gus, mop, mow yard. Greg, be a baby. Routine, jump rope, jumping jacks, push-ups, crunches, run to mailbox and back. Oh, he's very much fitness and all that good stuff. Okay.
My mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died. At the time, it was as far away as she could get.
All right, Republic of India.
She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad.
Oh, I see. I was wondering what...
Sanjay.
Oh, I got it. I was wondering what the connection was. Okay. Fly to India, 10 ways to teach critical thinking. Very cool.
Religion was another thing my mom never talked about, but I think it helped her a lot after her dad died.
Got a rosary and a Bible and incense and such.
My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English. Lewis was born a year later.
Aha. So my brother. Oh, we're actually going to go
When
up
my dad died,
to the top.
I don't think Mom knew where else to go. I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back.
Got little,
And to see kids in the house again.
Yeah. There's stuff they grew for me, stuff for Milton. Mint, thyme, sage, and basil. And then Mom's stuff here as well, of course.
The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that.
Just tack on another house on top of a house, you know? It's in the family tradition,
And for
I
a
guess.
while, things were good.
Yeah, it's
Almost
cool.
normal.
This is like our little homeschool area. Analyze objectively, never stop learning, assume nothing, respect criticism, ask tough questions. Yeah, I can get on board with all of that. Reading is a hoot. Saw a little library right there. Geography, our family history, fact or fiction. Interesting. What else on here? Edith. We've got our family tree components. Lewis rules. Mrs. Finch, Edith, Lewis, and Milton.
But it didn't last.
Here's, history about our family. Myth, history, the curse, classification of living things, scientific method. Relief efforts end in disaster. Hundreds of relief volunteers are injured or dead after the effects of a second earthquake. Oh, is that how our dad died, I wonder? To teach and to learn. 7 ways to create a fulfilling classroom. Dawn Finch. And then there's our whole family. And then baby us. What is this? Orcas Island Lutheran. I guess that's the church she's a part of.
The beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle. After Milton disappeared, the only thing he left behind was a room full of paintings.
I was an artiste. Oops. Okay. Wonder if his paintings are going to give any sort of clue about where he may have gone to. I guess this is like his dream house that he's imagining. Oh, that's cool. Alright, a lot of forest imagery. Okay.
Milton Finch in The Magic Paintbrush.
Oh, cool. Little flip book. Alright, how do I use this? Oh, I see. Alright, I'm struggling here, guys. There we go. Paintings coming alive. Yeah, did he get sucked into a painting? Oh, he painted a door, then the door becomes alive, I assume, right? And that's that. I see, so the house...
Milton disappeared.
Oh, I was 4 when Milton disappeared, not he was 4. Okay, I understand. So who's unaccounted for? Mom, Sanjay, Lewis, Sven, and Edie. So we're in the home stretch, for sure. Little castle here. Is there a painting of a door somewhere?
Mom spent months searching for my brother. Then she sealed the doors.
Huh. But we know now this is where he went, right? This one right here.
Whatever Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out.
Okay. Well, now what? This is kind of the end of the new stuff, right? Do we just kind of head back? Oh, I see. There's another little path up here. I didn't even notice it before.
Mom definitely blamed Edie, but I think Lewis blamed himself. After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room. Until Mom got him a job at the cannery.
Okay, we're gonna do Lewis's story now. It's cool to live on a boat like this. It's super unique. Alright, now what? Oh, gotta open the window. Nice.
Lewis's room smelled very, very familiar. That part
Yeah.
of him lived on.
Okay. He liked to partake, it would seem. There we go. Institute of Psychology.
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life. He kept working at the cannery.
Got it.
But he withdrew part of himself. In our sessions, I saw the same behavior. His mind began to...
Be creative. Cope. Began to what? What am I meant to do? I can't quite reach for it, can I?
wander.
Oh. Oh, I see. Got it.
I asked him to describe it. He said he started small, imagining a labyrinth.
This is very creative. It's like multitasking, you know.
He'd feel his way about. Then something moved. Bats. And toads.
Oh, the dragon.
And things that have not names.
Dragons. That is a name.
He knew it was all in his head.
But... oh, that's cool. He did it simultaneously.
He took it very seriously. I had hoped he'd find himself.
I assume this is where I go, down the red carpet.
But he found something more.
Oh, wow.
I worried
That's
about
3D.
him then. Daydreaming at the cannery. I spoke with his boss. But he said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused.
It's because we're coping, you know?
Like a whole new Lewis. So I let him go on. I even
now it's
encouraged.
expanding more and more, taking over like our reality.
It seemed very promising at first. He told me he'd made a new friend.
Just like dissociating
On the edge
from all
of a
the
city
tragedy
named
and such.
Lewis Topia.
Huh.
He built the city up slowly, brick by brick. Then he made musicians.
Yeah, of course. Like, why wouldn't you want to live in a fun little town all about us, right? Versus the drudgery of this work.
And songs for them to play. He talked about starting a band. And he was always humming something.
I wonder, is this an actual condition that like
Every
people
day
can
his
have, just like
imagination grew
dissociating like
stronger.
this?
He no longer spoke at the cannery.
Yeah, just living
But
full
his
time in the
trucking was
world.
as reliable as ever. Then one day it struck him that all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination. So he could do whatever he wished.
Become a tyrant? I'm the king.
He held an election for mayor.
Oh, we're having elections, okay. Democratic process, of course.
They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering. It became a game for him.
New lands. Lewistopia.
He'd conquer a city, then immediately push on. New Louisville.
New Louisville. He's certainly got a brand.
St. Louis.
Lewiston.
He started
Lewisburg.
drifting away from our reality.
Lewis and Clark.
Minneapolis. Until one day he forgot to go home from the cannery. Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Lewis kept sailing on.
Oh. Sorry, Mom. These fish won't behead themselves, you know? Oh, she's still out there, and we're just totally, like, ignoring her.
In Lewisburg, he heard rumors of a
beautiful prince or a handsome queen? Let's go queen.
handsome queen.
So handsome. Oh, look at that. We're cutting through, like, the paint of the water.
The queen was on her own quest for
Sinister serpents, of course. It's more interesting.
sinister serpents.
Watch this all, like, lead to the same place. It's the illusion of choice, you know?
He followed the sound of her.
Oh, can I knock down this? No. Missed it. Silver harp.
Silver harp.
Is it actually going to add a harp track to the music? Oh, neat. It's a little mini game to follow along it.
His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon. Even then, his logic remained sound.
Okay, well now we're fully in this. I could just go off muscle memory, pretty much.
He knew the world was all in his imagination.
Whoa, this is wild. I did not expect this whatsoever.
But he was so proud of having created it. In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king.
Oh god. An emperor. How is this going to end?
Someone who'd never known success in the real world.
Am I going to chop my own hand off? 'Cause I'm so distracted.
And then it struck him that the real Lewis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace.
Interesting, like choosing our own reality.
My imagination is as real as my body, he told me. It was hard to argue with him.
And now, no more... Oh. Oh, we're done with work for the day, I guess. Time to clock out. I mean, yeah, why wouldn't you want to live in that, you know, fantasy world, I guess?
Began to forget the world we know.
There's the Chinese food, there's our gaming system. Oh, and it looks just like the throne room, I assume.
I think it pained him to remember Lewis, the cannery worker.
Yeah, just being around the death and blood and decay and such, of course.
He began to despise the man with a royal contempt.
Okay. Now what? Oh, it's me, your mother, maybe?
I still thought I could
time
save
to ascend.
him. Even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder.
However, here we are.
The palace would be packed with his companions.
What happens when he's crowned king? Then it becomes real and he actually inhabits like a pocket dimension of his own creation? Or like his body is still in, you know, the mortal realm as, you know, we know it, but his mind is just like
Including
lost
the wise
forever.
Calico who'd insisted on advising me.
Of course, Molly. Molly the cat. Wow. This is elaborate and not at all what I was expecting. Hello, guards at ease.
His queen waited, holding his crown.
There's the fish
There was
imagery
only
still on the
one thing
walls.
left to do.
There's like somebody holding a torch. I don't know who that would be. There's us being crowned, and then what's the other stained glass window? Oh, us going to conquer new lands.
Bend down his head.
Oh, he's gonna put his head through the chopping block? Yeah, it's a guillotine, isn't it?
And the rest I
Yikes.
think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
Wow. That is heavy stuff.
My brother was really cool. I wish you could have met him.
So who do we have left? Sanjay, Dawn, Sven, and Edie, right? Oh, and Kay. I don't think we know much about his locker contents. Oh man, that hits really hard. He's got his medication in there. Little action figure. The blood on his hat. Oof. Wow.
Lewis and I spent a lot of time playing games together, but he was surprisingly bad at them. He died a lot.
Well, he died as he lived. Dying.
On the way back from Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing. She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie. I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder.
That was just the final straw, I guess. And she wanted to save Edith, presumably, before anything
I wish we'd
happened.
stayed.
This is, my
I
room,
understand why
maybe?
we left.
What do we have over here? In loving memory of Lewis. Got a little kitchenette in here.
My mom ended up leaving everything behind.
Oh, right, this is where Mom actually properly stayed here. There's our dad's stuff. Disaster relief. He died in the accident, I guess, in his disaster relief. O God, you have called your servants to ventures of which we cannot see the ending, by paths as yet untrodden, through perils unknown. Give us faith to go out with good courage, not knowing where we go, but only that your hand is leading us and your love supporting us, through Jesus Christ our Lord. Amen.
What happened that night had been coming for a long time. Maybe it should have come sooner.
Maybe I'm dead right now. Maybe this is me returning in as a spirit to haunt my house, you know?
But it had to end one way or another.
This is our
All
room.
that's left now is to tell you about that last night.
And how I died. Maybe. Happy 90th birthday, yeah. Little toy soldiers from Lewis's fantasy. I could see that. You could see the deer that got shot, the frog from Gregory, the shark and the seal from Molly. Just like a lot of references. The little stuffed octopus, the astronaut. Like there's all kinds of references to all of the rest of our family. There's a little model of our house itself. Yeah.
That whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
"To our final night together, and all our final nights apart."
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
Oh boy. Let Mom and Grandma hash it out. But understandable, like, the grandma spent her whole life, like, almost 100 years here. Like, she's not gonna go.
the power had been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles. When my mom sealed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance.
Oh.
Or that Edie had a key to it.
Or that I had access to it. Or this is my first time having access to it, I guess.
That thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house.
Curse won't end?
Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories. I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight.
Yeah.
We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning.
I can't say I disagree with the mom, to be honest. History of the Finches by Edith Finch, by Grandma.
Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born. That night, the tide went way, way out.
Oh, and we were able to go to the house itself, presumably,
It
right?
was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground.
Yeah.
There'd been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean. They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years. God,
That's awfully
it smelled awful.
convenient for us.
No, I've seen that house every day of my life.
It's the first time we can get out there, I assume, yeah? Although I don't know why we couldn't just take like a little motorboat out there, but whatever.
When the fog rolled in, I lost my way. I got turned around.
Gotta go around this rock, Grandma. It's not that hard. Let's keep moving in this general direction.
I wondered. I started seeing things.
Okay, the deer from the hunting accident. What else are we gonna see?
Things
Other
I'd
references?
forgotten had ever existed. But when I saw them, they felt like old friends. That night, a lot of things came back to me. Or maybe I came back to them.
Who's the real one that's changed? Me or this house?
things I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you
Ooh.
doing in here?
Uh-oh.
It's mine.
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it. Let go.
I kicked
Uh-oh.
and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car.
Yikes. She was afraid that I would get sucked in.
I never
guess.
saw Great Grandma Edie again.
Oh, man.
The next morning, the van came to pick her up, but she was already gone. After that, we moved around a lot.
Try to run from the curse, I guess.
We both tried to make
did
the
this
best of it.
in the house. I would do this all the time when I was a kid. Actually, I still do, to some extent.
A few years went by. My mom didn't like to talk about it. But she started getting sick a lot. The rest happened pretty quickly.
In the hospital. Well, at least she's getting some proper medical attention.
She got
you know?
better for a while. And then she didn't. And then I was alone. The last Finch left alive.
Unless you're able to find Milton,
Until
get
I
him
found
out of
out
that
about you.
painting, you know?
I'm
Who's
still
the
not sure what to tell you about all this.
Who's the father, I wonder?
If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes. And appreciate how strange and brief all of this is.
Just make the most of it,
This
yeah?
journal was supposed to be for you.
Are we being
But
born
now I
right
hope
now?
you'll never see it.
Seems like it.
I just want to meet you. And tell you all these stories myself.
Just make it more
I
personal.
guess if you're reading this now, things didn't work out that way.
Maybe died in childbirth? Is that the implication?
This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
Oh, so we're the kid. Got it. Oh, wow. Well. So we were the kid the whole time, right? I assume. Yeah. Huh. Well, there wasn't a whole lot of closure in terms of the you know, the curse, I guess. Right? I don't know, maybe the stories that the grandmother told was the way that she could help kids like come to terms with like the premature death or other sort of unfortunate things happening. Like when Milton disappeared, like maybe it wasn't necessarily he actually disappeared. Maybe it was like a custody dispute, like in a divorce or a separation or something, and that's why they never saw them again. You know, like I'm just wondering if that was like the grandma's sort of best attempt at helping explain something that's truly like terrible and unexplainable to the kids. I'm just trying to figure out you know, the nature of it. I guess the point could also be like, hey, even if all these terrible things did happen, like the happiness and the beauty of thanks Johan. See Johan's name in the credit. I got a achievement for that. The beauty that all of these individuals experienced, even as kids, short though their lives might have been, made it all worth it in a way. And like it's important for us to treasure every moment we have of our lives or our kids' lives or whatever the case may be. I mean, obviously, that's why we're seeing like the kid pictures of the developers here, right? And so ultimately, I guess the curse doesn't really matter. That's not really the point. Like, these things happen or they didn't happen, but the point was celebrating the lives, the fears and hopes and all that, so on, of all the family members who did live, and ultimately whatever the curse is, whether it's real or not, it's sort of irrelevant, right? Man, that is some of the truly most unique storytelling I've ever seen. Just going from like, a POV view as a cat to like a comic book to, a flip book to, I mean, obviously the most elaborate one was that one within the cannery with like the comparison of comparing a fantasy character on one hand to like a very mundane drudgery type job on the other. Like, that's obviously pretty full on, and it made me think a lot about like the nature of work and the things that we do to like dissociate ourselves in our boredom, whether it's in like work or just in life in general, and how we kind of lose touch. Obviously not to that extent, at least I hope not, but that was just really something. Really beautiful. Like, not everything needs to have, puzzle or a problem to figure out. Sometimes just telling a very good story is, that's enough. And it was really just like a short story in a pictorial format. You could probably just take all the narrative and put it into a proper story and have different chapters be the different names on here. Interesting. So so Sven died because of the house falling on him, or the slide falling on him. Sanjay died in the disaster relief accident, and Kay, she was the one that was in the hunting party, right? And I guess she's still alive, right? So Kay is still out there. So you can pick individual stories to replay. Select Edith to play from the beginning. Interesting. All right, well, I'm very interested if you made it this far. First of all, thank you for watching all of this. Hopefully this was relaxing, if, sad and contemplative, but a lot of beauty in the tragedy, I think. And yeah, Edith there, I mean, you could pencil that in now. 2017 was it? So she did die in childbirth. And I guess so we were controlling her for most of it, right? And it was only in that final scene that we switched the POV to her son. But I would obviously be very interested in hearing what you thought about this. Like, what you think about this kind of game just in general. Like, the fact that it's nothing that requires any skill. It's, I've heard it kind of described as like a walking simulator, right? But the medium that video games can just be like a method for storytelling without any real interaction or input from the player, right? It all just sort of happens to you and you soak it all in. So I would love to hear your thoughts about this game and the games just the medium of this type in general. I hope you had a good time. Hopefully it was relaxing for you, if a bit sad. And if you have any other ideas of things to play, I would be, of course, really interested to hear it. So thank you once again for watching, and we'll see you in the next playthrough. Bye for now.